Have you ever stared at the clock and felt your chest tighten? The deadline is closing in, your heart races, your thoughts scatter, and every second feels like it's slipping away. That happened to me just recently. I was working against time, watching the minutes vanish, and with every glance at the screen, my anxiety spiked. But then I remembered something simple. Breathe. I closed my eyes, took one deep breath in, and let it out slowly. Just for a moment, the weight eased. I did it again and again. The anxiety didn't disappear completely, but each breath gave me back a little more calm, a little more space, enough to keep going. This isn't just a personal trick. The Stoics, the Buddha, and modern neuroscience all point to the same truth. Your breath is the bridge to peace. Stay with me until the end, and I'll guide you through a simple breathing practice you can use tonight to calm your mind and steady your heart. Asterisk, in that moment of stress, sitting in front of the computer, I realized how quickly the mind can become our own enemy. The clock ticked louder in my head than it did on the wall, each second whispering that I was running out of time. My breath was shallow, my shoulders tense, my heart racing. It felt as if the simple act of finishing a task had turned into a battle against myself, but then I paused. I inhaled deeply, filling my lungs, and slowly released the air. For just a second, I noticed the tension loosen. I tried again, another breath in, another breath out, and with each cycle, the panic softened. The work was still there, the deadline. Still real, but inside me something shifted. I wasn't fighting time anymore. I was finding space within it. This simple act is not new. Over 2,000 years ago, the Buddha taught a practice called anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing. In the Anapanasati Sutta, he described how simply watching the breath, long or short, could calm the body and steady the mind. Breath, he said, is the bridge between body and mind, the anchor that brings us back when thoughts pull us into the storm. Think about that. Your breath is always here. You don't need equipment, you don't need a special place. You carry it with you in every moment of your life. Yet most of us ignore it until stress or fear forces us to notice. When I allowed myself to simply breathe with awareness, I understood what the Buddha meant. Each inhale was not just air, but a reminder. I'm alive here now. Each exhale was not just release, but a letting go of tension, of fear, of the false urgency that time tries to place on us. And in that simple rhythm, in, out, I discovered a doorway to peace that had been there all along, not in finishing the task, not in beating the clock, but in claiming the present moment through the most basic act we all share, breathing. Asterisk, the truth is, what I felt in front of that computer isn't unique. Stress is universal. Whether it's a deadline, a difficult conversation, or the noise of daily life, we all know the feeling of being trapped by our own racing thoughts. And we all search for peace in the wrong places outside, and things we can't control, when often the answer is already within us. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Epictetus taught the principle of the dichotomy of control. Some things depend on us, others do not. He reminded his students that freedom and calm come not from controlling events, but from controlling our response to them. Marcus Aurelius, writing in his Meditations, echoed the same wisdom. Confine yourself to the present. He knew that no amount of worrying about tomorrow would bring peace today. What we can master is our breath, our attention, and the way we meet each moment. And science now explains why this ancient advice works. When you breathe deeply and slowly, you stimulate the vagus nerve, a major pathway between brain and body. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural brake pedal, which lowers heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and signals safety to the mind. Studies have shown that just a few minutes of slow breathing can reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, and increase heart rate variability, a marker of resilience and calm. In other words, the simple act of breathing differently can literally change the way your brain and body experience the world. You are not helpless in the face of stress. You carry a tool inside you, available every second, that both philosophers and scientists agree can restore balance. For me, this discovery was profound. My deep breaths in that stressful moment weren't just chance. They were an instinctive return to something humans have always known, that peace is not found in running faster, but in slowing down. And the doorway to that peace is as close as your next inhale. Asterisk, so what does this all mean for you right now? It means that peace is not a distant dream or we're waiting in the future. The science of peace and the wisdom of the Stoics and the Buddha all point to one simple truth. Calm begins with your breath. I don't want this to be just words you hear, I want you to feel it. So let's try a short version of a practice you can use anytime stress takes over. You don't need anything special. If you're sitting, just place your feet on the ground and let your shoulders relax. If you're standing, soften your posture. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Now let's take one deep breath together. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for a moment. And now exhale gently through your mouth for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try it once more. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice how you feel. Did your shoulders loosen even a little? Did your mind pause for a second? That's the power of breathing with awareness. This was only 2 cycles. But even in this short moment, your body began to activate its natural calm response. Here's the key. You can repeat this for 3 to 5 minutes whenever you need. Before a meeting, after a stressful call, in the middle of a deadline, or even before bed. Each time anxiety rises, come back to this simple rhythm. In for 4, hold out for 6. Think of it as your reset button, available anytime, anywhere. This practice is not about escaping reality. The task, the conversation, the challenge, they may still be there. But you face them differently. Instead of panic, you bring presence. Instead of tension, you bring space. And with space, even the hardest moments feel lighter. Epictetus reminded us that we can't control events, only our response. And neuroscience confirms that this response begins in your breath. Every calm inhale and exhale tells your body, I'm safe, I can handle this. I choose peace. So here's my invitation. Try this exercise today, not the full version, just 1 or 2 breaths right in the middle of your busy day. Notice the shift. And then come back and share in the comments. What did you feel after your first deep breath? Your story might be the spark that helps someone else pause, breathe, and begin their own journey toward calm. And if this message resonated with you, subscribe to Echoes of Light. Each day we'll explore simple ways to live calmer, happier, and lighter. Because peace isn't somewhere far away, it's already within you, waiting in your next breath, waiting in the quiet strength of the present moment, ready to rise whenever you call it.